Look, we have all been waiting for the title that finally knocks the heavy-hitting life simulators off their pedestals. Paralives steps into the ring with a massive flex, a promise to never charge for future expansions. But here's the thing, they are asking $40 upfront for an early access experience that just dropped on May 25th, 2026. Is this the indie sandbox revolution we prayed for, or just a beautiful, buggy mess? Let me set the stage. Brought to us by the indie team at Paralives Studio on both Windows and Mac OS, the opening moments of this game actually blew my mind a little. Instead of a sterile menu, the game throws you right into the incredibly robust creation tools, letting you build your characters and their dream home before dropping them into your brand new neighborhood. From the second you step off onto the platform, the open-world sandbox town is entirely yours to mold, giving you free rein to house and manage your little digital people known as Parafolk. Let us dive right into what is arguably the most hyped feature of this entire project, the character creator, affectionately dubbed the Paramaker. If you have spent the last decade fighting with sliders that barely change the shape of a nose, prepare to be entirely overwhelmed in the best way possible. The level of deep and detailed character customization here is genuinely staggering. You physically pull and push on different parts of the Parafolk to shape them perfectly. Want an asymmetrical face or varying heights using the extensive height sliders? You can do that seamlessly. What is really special is the focus on inclusive character creation. There are absolutely no gender restrictions, and you have complete freedom to customize sexualities and body types to truly represent whoever you want. And the color wheel, you can apply custom hex codes to everything, including hair, skin, clothing, and accessories with robust layering options. If you want neon green highlights on a magenta jacket, the game will not stop you. I even spent hours successfully recreating specific fictional characters because the tools are that precise. But it goes beyond the physical. The personality system allows you to weave together complex traits that actively influence how your parafolk interact with the world. There is also a unique gesture trait you can assign. However, I did notice that sometimes the animations trigger a bit too abruptly during conversations, making their emotional shifts feel a little unnatural. My first creation was an introverted bookworm and a hot-headed gym rat. Seeing those conflicting traits play out felt dynamic, a massive step up from cookie-cutter personalities. Moving past the Paramaker, we have to talk about build mode, which might just be the crown jewel of Paralives. They have completely ditched the rigid grid system that has constrained life simulators for decades. No grid. Place walls at any angle, create sweeping curved walls, and construct split-level homes easily. It is a highly flexible and intuitive build mode. The freedom is intoxicating. But the true game changer is the resizable and recolorable furniture. If a bed is too big for a room, you just grab the edge and drag it to make it smaller. Need a longer dining table for a massive family feast? Just pull it out. The beds, tables, windows, and curtains seamlessly stretch and adjust to fit your exact architectural vision. You can even stack items dynamically. Placing clutter on shelves feels organic because the game respects player creativity. The community has also noted the incredibly cozy, lived-in vibe the clutter objects provide, allowing you to decorate with everyday items like scattered books and messy clothes. The lighting engine is fantastic. Windows cast dynamic shadows that slowly creep across the floor, making your meticulously crafted living spaces feel warm and lived in. Furthermore, a comprehensive landscaping tool lets you paint terrain with lush grass, rugged dirt paths, or stonework to customize the ground beneath your home. I spent over 10 hours just building a mid-century modern cabin before I even pressed play on the actual life simulation. Now, let us talk about what you are actually doing day to day when you finally decide to leave the build screen. Live mode revolves around skill based gameplay, leveling up your inhabitants' talents, and managing their daily lives. I had my guy aggressively strumming a guitar in the morning, frantically gardening and planting tomatoes by noon, and fishing for bass at sunset. But you are not just passively existing, you are actively working to revive the town. Paralives introduces a great system for finding jobs and activities to get your parafolk out of the house. I spent hours sending my characters to work, managing their career progression, and building up their bank accounts, giving you a great long term goal. The town itself is a sprawling open world neighborhood, meaning there are no agonizing loading screens when you want to walk down the street to visit a neighbor or head to the local diner. This open neighborhood concept breathes so much life into the game. However, when it comes to the simulation of needs and daily autonomy, the game takes a massive stumble. It is widely agreed that there is a severe lack of depth and content in live mode compared to build mode. The AI autonomy is incredibly weak or sometimes completely non existent. Instead of smartly fulfilling their needs, characters will frequently just sit idle or completely ignore their crucial hunger and energy levels. In one standout moment, a massive kitchen fire broke out. My controlled character completely failed to call for help, while other characters stood by doing absolutely nothing as the room burned. The relationship system offers some redemption. Conversations flow naturally, and memories dictate future interactions. Parafolk interactions use a unique system where social meters build up gradually before even revealing certain dialogue options, adding a layer of mystery to making friends. Visually, Paralives has carved out an incredibly distinct identity. It utilizes a beautiful hand-drawn hybrid art style that looks like a cozy indie comic book brought to life. The pastel color palette and sketchy outlines give it a cozy, artisanal feel. Watching autumn leaves fall or a gentle snow blanket your custom-built home is genuinely picturesque. The Parafolk themselves speak in their own charming proprietary language called Paralish, which is expressive and emotive without being grating. You can easily tell if a conversation is flirty, aggressive, or purely platonic just by the intonation and the accompanying fluid animations. But this is an early access title, and we have to address the elephant in the room: performance issues. While the game boasts a strong creative foundation with massive potential to evolve, the house built on top of it is currently quite shaky. There is a significant number of bugs and performance issues out of the gate. Even on a high-end setup, zooming out quickly or moving around a densely populated area can cause massive frame drops, heavy stuttering, and even hard crashes. And do not get me started on the camera controls, which are incredibly frustrating and janky, constantly fighting against you when you are trying to get a simple angle on your house. The pathing AI occasionally breaks down. I had a scenario where my parafolk got trapped in a bathroom because a cat fell asleep in the doorway, and the pathfinding could not comprehend how to step over it. Bugs are not just limited to pathing. I encountered a few hilarious glitches where the UI completely bugged out, wildly scrambling my parafolk's personality points on the screen. These growing pains bring up a controversy regarding early access pricing. Some argue the current state of the game simply does not justify the $40 price tag. On the flip side, others view it differently. They argue that buying now is a great investment as the price is expected to rise as the game develops and expands its features. Before we deliver the final verdict on this ambitious life simulator, let us take a quick moment to thank today's sponsor, Thirion.Vip. They make awesome high-quality gaming apparel that gives you just as much expressive freedom as the Paramaker itself. You don't even need a custom color wheel to look good in these designs. Their gear is ridiculously comfortable, making it the perfect fit whether you are meticulously tweaking gridless walls in build mode or just sitting back to watch your Parafolk navigate live mode. Check out their latest collection by hitting the link in the description below. Now, back to Paralives. What truly sets Paralives apart is their approach to monetization. In a genre known for locking basic features behind expensive expansions, the developers are fully committed to providing free future DLC and expansions. Everything added in the future will be completely free. Furthermore, in-game mod support via the Steam Workshop means the community is already adding custom items and mechanics. This pro-consumer business model inevitably leads to the ultimate comparison to The Sims. Is Paralives the true competitor we have been waiting for? Some players see Paralives as a fresh indie alternative that treats players better regarding monetization. However, others argue it lacks the depth, polish, and established systems of its main competitor. Paralives in early access is a flawed but mesmerizing masterpiece. The character creator and build mode offer an unprecedented level of creative freedom. If you are willing to look past the bugs, the frustrating camera, and the bare bones live mode, and you simply want to support a passionate indie team trying to take down the titans of the industry, this is a must buy. It is an investment in the future of the genre.